Okay, so after leaving the Rio Yumuri, we went further on. We went to Barigua to visit some family members of Tasha, my cousin Tasha, mi prima. Tasha didn't know her father a lot growing up, and the majority of his family lives still in Cuba, so she hadn't met any of them. And so our guide, Senor Quintana, arranged for a bunch of her family members to meet at this one house, and we went and met them, and it was amazing. But anyway, back on the road, just some pictures of some people walking down the street in this beautiful, idyllic place. This was El Túnel de los Alemanes. I believe that's what they called it. It was like that. They wanted to make the road go through there, so they blasted it out, and apparently it was done by some German people, and so they call it now the Tunnel of the Germans. Pretty famous place, I guess, there. And here we all are. Again, I could have just taken a billion of these gorgeous pictures. It's just incredibly beautiful, incredibly beautiful. So this is La Playa Barigua, I think. This is Barigua Beach, and of course, as soon as we hit a beach, the first thing I'm going to do is A, put my feet in the water, and B, start looking for sea glass, which was what I did, and I did find some sea glass. But we were hanging out here waiting for the family members to get ready for us to go see Tasha's family members. This is Yako's mad selfie skills, and there we are. It was just so beautiful. I can't even tell you. So this is the house of one of Tasha's relatives, where a lot of them had come to see her, arranged by, like I said, Senor Quintana had done some, I guess, recon ahead of time to find out where her family members lived. And then that morning he went out again and was like, okay, we're going to come by about this time, and got everybody together. And Tasha had, grown up without this part of her family because they're all still in Cuba. And there were just dozens of them, and it was incredibly emotional and wonderful, and just gives me chills now thinking about it. But there she is, meeting like uncles and cousins and aunts, and learning all about the family, and being with people who looked like her and who were her blood. It was so touching. It was incredible. It was one of the highlights of our trip in ways I just can't explain. It was incredible. So we hung out there for a while with her, continuing to talk to her family members, and then we went down the road a little bit to this place that was kind of on a cliff that had a good vantage point for us to finally be able to see El Yunque. It was a little misty. Actually, there was some dust in the air from like a Saharan storm, I think a Saharan sandstorm, and so the sky was a little hazy, but there it is. There's that famous flat top mountain, El Yunque. And so we could see it really well from our vantage point, even if it didn't show up well in the pictures. But yeah, we were up on this cliff. It was just all so beautiful and idyllic. I just can't even. So here we are trying to get together for a selfie, which I think worked out. It was really a beautiful day. It was very beautiful scenery, very beautiful emotionally. It was just wonderful. And then we went to Playa Manglita. I can never remember the name of it. Another beach. And here we decided to get something to eat. Here's Ray, and here's the car we've been driving around in all day, but you can see all the cars here at the beach are old cars. A couple close-ups. And we went to this restaurant right here to have some lunch/dinner. We generally ate breakfast and then had maybe one other meal during the day. So this was Restaurant Las Brisas. And there I am getting my first mojito, which was delicious. Yako was drinking another very Cuban drink, maybe even chanchara? Canchanchara, with honey and rum and other things. It was also quite delicious. Honey and rum, basically. And having a beer, a Hollandia beer, why not? There was a little puppy hanging around the restaurant. This was one people who worked there. Here we are eating incredibly well, an incredible meal of, I had fish, Yako had lobster, we had congri, of course, some plantain chips, salad. All five of us ate and drank, and it was 54 euros, I think. Yako had these two lobsters, just incredibly delicious. There was a lot of seafood, as you might imagine. That was kind of what we ate a lot when we did get to eat out, which wasn't often. So yeah, this is Ray, our driver, And here we are. I don't know why I look like I'm going to punch somebody, but I was happy. Anyway, here we are posing with the folks that work there. And then Jaco and I decided to take a walk along the beach. I didn't get in, just put my feet in, but also looked for some sea glass. And here we are in our obligatory selfie on Barigua. And just look at that paradise. You can't even imagine. You just can't even imagine how gorgeous. And then we got back to the hotel, and the power was out in our area. As you can see, it's kind of out here in front of us. It was on still there, but Jaco took this beautiful picture. So that's our end of the day in Baracoa. If Tasha sends me more videos, I'll post them.